My name is Chris Fauner. I'm from Jacksonville, or I'm from Chicago, Illinois. My wife and I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a retired Navy veteran. I did 22 years in the military. A couple years after I retired, I was in a car accident. Guardrail came through the car door. I ended up losing my left leg. I have a friend that's a below the knee amputee. Called him, hey, I'm trying to get better, trying to heal. I'm going to need a prosthetic. Who do you use? He referred me to his guy in Florida O&P Services, and I went to them. The process asked me kind of what I'm going to do, what my plans are for the future. You know, when I get better, what do I want to do moving forward? And with the new me, this new life. I was always very active. I want to remain very active. So he recommended to me a socket called the HiFi socket. I have nothing to compare it to. It's my first socket. But I've spoke to plenty of amputees who have been in traditional sockets. To me, from the things they do, this hands down has got to be one of the best. And something very simple is that I can bend over, I can touch the floor, I can tie my shoes, because of the design of this socket, it's just really improved. Something as simple as that. In a traditional, there's nothing containing the bone, the limb underneath the tissue and the muscle. And so when you move, that bone moves because the tissue is flexible. In a HiFi, when I move my leg, it moves immediately. In a standard or traditional socket, you move that bone, and there's a delay or a lag. This is instantaneous. As soon as that femur moves, my leg jumps. Same thing walking forward, kicking out. It squeezes it, it's instantaneous. It actually is, my socket is part of my leg. I've had no issues with comfort as far as the actual wearing of it. I've had looseness, but there's shims, they provide shims that I can shim it to tighten it up. I have not really had to go through a lot of donning and doffing socks to fill due to volume changes. My foot is an Oser foot. My knee is the Rio 3 knee, also an Oser product, connected to the wonderful HiFi socket. I'm going to go ahead and take it off here. I'm in the KISS suspension system. Keep it simple, stupid. It's probably keep it simple suspension. The way we learned in the Navy was that way. So anyway, basically, I don my liner, put the strap on, it screws in there. Go through. And since this leg is bad, a suction system or something like that or elevated vacuum is not good enough, or probably not good for me, because you need to be able to pop up and really jam that limb down in there to push the air out. Since this leg is really the bad one, it's easier for me with this system. I just pull it tight, wiggle it around a little bit. And then there it is. There's people out there now just like me, or now I'm just like them, whatever the case may be, but if they don't know about this may be something that could help them be more mobile, be able to bend over and tie their shoes without pain or discomfort. Who wouldn't want something that is good, something that works a little better than the norm or the traditional? I mean, you have a company that's making something that is, better, I think. Once again, I can't compare it to a traditional, but speaking to others, I'm glad I have a HiFi. I'm still trying to strengthen my bad leg to actually get strong enough and good enough at walking that I can fully utilize this socket for what it was actually its intended purpose. I walk much better with the prosthetic, obviously, than the limb that has all the nerve damage and structural damage. What I would like to do is be able to not, struggle like you just saw me standing and kind of shuffling. I want to be able to get a regular gait. It's not going to be a problem with anything over here. Everything over here is perfect, as I said before. This is the good one. So right now, what I've been doing, I'm concentrating on strengthening the muscles in this leg so I can just get back to a more normal or regular walking on a more regular basis, I guess. Thank you, Randy Alley, for taking the time to, brainstorm and design something that's going to help people, and even if it only helps someone a little bit, if it doesn't matter, any little bit in this condition was huge.